Imagine working your whole life for freedom. Every day, every hour, every drop of strength you have. Then one night, you look through a window. Inside, the leaders who promised equality are laughing. They are eating well. They are living comfortably. And outside, you are still cold, still tired, still hungry. This is not just a story. It is a warning, and it can happen anywhere. In schools, in workplaces, in friendships, even in entire countries. Today, I want to tell you the story of how freedom slowly turned into control, so that it never happens to you. The story began with a wise old pig named Old Major. One night, he called all the animals into the barn. The horses came, the sheep came, the chickens came, even the cat came quietly. Old Major spoke with a calm but powerful voice. He said, "Humans take their milk, they take their eggs, they take their strength, and they give almost nothing back." For the first time, the animals understood their suffering. Then Old Major shared his dream. He dreamed of a farm where animals lived free. No masters, no hunger, no fear. All animals equal. The animals felt hope for the first time in their lives. But Old Major died before the dream became real. And sometimes, when a dream loses its guide, it begins to change. After Old Major died, the animals remembered his words. One day, they became too hungry to wait any longer. So they chased the farmer away. For the first time in their lives, the farm belonged to them. They renamed it Animal Farm. Then they wrote 7 rules on the barn wall. The most important rule said, "All animals are equal." The animals believed a new future had begun. But the future depends on who leads it. One pig wanted to make life better for everyone. His name was Snowball. Snowball taught animals to read. He organized meetings. He listened to ideas. He believed every animal should have a voice. Then he planned something important, a windmill. The windmill would make electricity. Life would become easier. Animals would work less. Snowball truly believed in equality. But another pig had a different plan. His name was Napoleon. Napoleon did not speak much. He did not argue in meetings. He stayed quiet. He watched everything. Secretly, he took small puppies away from their mothers. He trained them in private. No one understood why. Then one day, during a meeting about the windmill, something shocking happened. The dogs ran into the barn. They attacked Snowball. They chased him across the farm, and he never came back. After that moment, Napoleon became the only leader, and slowly, something important disappeared. The animals were no longer allowed to question decisions, and when questions disappear, freedom disappears with them. Napoleon had help, another pig named Squealer. Squealer was very good with words. He told the animals that Snowball was dangerous. He said Snowball was a traitor. He said Snowball had always been their enemy. The animals felt confused, but they trusted what they heard again and again. Slowly, the rules on the barn wall began to change. Not suddenly, quietly, carefully. So slowly that animals began to doubt their own memory. And when people begin to doubt their memory, they stop trusting themselves. The strongest animal on the farm was Boxer. Boxer worked harder than anyone. He believed deeply in the new system. His motto was simple, "I will work harder." Later, he added another sentence, "Napoleon is always right." Day after day, Boxer carried stones to build the windmill. Even when he was tired, he continued working. Even when others rested, he continued working. He believed loyalty meant never questioning. But one day, his body became too weak to stand. Napoleon promised to send him to a hospital. The animals felt relieved. They believed Boxer would recover. But when the cart arrived, something was written on its side: Horse Slaughterer. Boxer trusted the leaders until the very end, but the leaders sold him. And sometimes the people who work the hardest are the ones who are used the most. At the beginning of the revolution, one rule guided everything: all animals are equal. But slowly, that rule began to change. One day, the animals read something new on the wall. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The sentence made no sense, but power does not need logic. It only needs obedience. Then something even more surprising happened. The pigs started walking on two legs. They began wearing clothes. They slept in beds. They ate at tables. They behaved exactly like the humans they once opposed. Finally, the animals stood outside the farmhouse and looked through the window. Inside, pigs and humans were sitting together, laughing together, living the same life. The animals looked from pig to human, and from human to pig, and they could not see the difference anymore.
This story was written many years ago, but its lesson is still true today. Ask yourself one question. Where in your life are you working like Boxer without asking questions? Where are rules slowly changing around you while you stay silent? Real freedom does not begin outside. It begins inside your mind. Think clearly. Ask questions. Stay aware, because the moment you stop questioning, someone else starts deciding your future. And remember this: you were never born to live inside a cage.